welcome back to another exciting episode of our podcast series. And today we have very special guest with us. From the bustling markets of India to the boardrooms of Detroit, our guest today is living proof that dreams stitched with hustle, heart, and code can transform not only lives but entire industries. He is the CEO of My Workbelt Empire. He started selling fertilizer at 15, landed in US with a box of clothes and big dreams. And today he runs multiple successful ventures, including a thriving IT company, an all in one productivity SaaS platform, and even a compassionate care home for elderly women. He's a kind of entrepreneur who builds with vision, leads with purpose, and still finds time to mentor others on how to scale and simplify their business through creativity and technology. So please welcome the one-man startup to the scale-up force, Mr. Sridharji. So please start with your journey, and you have empowered so many people worldwide. So I want to know the secret behind this productivity and this success. Please share.
Bhawna, you seem to have done a great deal of research about me. I myself didn't know that much details.
Thanks.
Thank
That's
you
our
very much
job
for that
as a
wonderful intro.
host. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. That's a wonderful introduction. I did not know what you're going to say about me, but I appreciate that wonderful introduction. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Um,
It's our pleasure.
yeah, no, I mean it's as a entrepreneur, and particularly when you are running multiple businesses, your time is very precious.
Hmm.
And most importantly, that when you are going through this entrepreneurial journey, you don't want to miss out on your family time.
Right.
And everything you do in life, uh, particularly on your business or work, you're all doing it for the family. And
Yeah.
the family time, love and affection is the backbone of any journey that you move forward with.
Hmm.
So my strength and my energy comes from the family, and love and affection they shower on me, and enjoying the
Wow.
time that gives me motivation to go forward into any further successful journey.
All right. So my work belt is helping service-based businesses find their rhythm. So what chaos inspired you to build such order?
As you introduced me in the intro, you mentioned that I started my journey as a fertilizer retailer when I was
Right.
15.
Yeah.
And you're in India, of course, and
Yeah.
I am from India. We all
Hmm.
know India is economy is more than 80% of India's economy is small businesses. It's
Right.
not large corporations. But now
Right.
large corporations and unicorns are coming in. But if you take 40, 50 years ago, India was all about small businesses,
Right.
and ease of doing business as well. Uh, my passion and my desire for small businesses has never gone.
Hmm.
It was inherent. It was in my heart, deep in my heart. I did not even know. When I came to United States, I started working with all large corporations, Fortune 500 companies, and
Okay.
developing quite successful enterprise level projects. Then it dawned on me like I'm not really that happy about what I'm doing. And then I realized, thank God actually, that I quickly realized that my passion and desire is goes with the small businesses, not for the large corporations. So I end up starting Unique Solutions, which is a IT firm for small businesses. While I'm learning, helping these small businesses, I've learned furthermore micro businesses that are also struggling. And
Yeah.
that led me to invent my work belt. So having experience from large corporations, enterprise level projects, and being able to bring those concepts into the small business, into the hands of small business, is what led me to invent my work belt.
Great. So how did you manage these things so positively and with so much ease? Because people who are working in multiple streams, they get so fed up of the things and they sometimes want to give up. So how did you manage it?
You see, over the course of life, uh, I've come to a realization of a formula that I've been using. I
Hmm.
call it as a triple P formula.
Okay.
And it's simple yet very difficult to practice, though. So, thing is, you need to be positive, right?
Hmm.
And then the second is be uh, patient. No, be persistent, right?
Right.
And
Right.
then third component of this triple P formula is be patient. Now,
That's great.
why is it helping me in my journey is not just simply having all these three characteristics, but applying these characteristics in that sequence. Now,
Hmm.
if you are going to start any project, if you're going to start any journey, you have to be positive. You have to be really optimistic. That positive energy is what
Yeah.
going to give you uh, the uh, the birth for that right birth for that idea,
Hmm.
right? Now, once that positive optimism and positive energy that you got initiated with that, then you be persistent because not with one step that is going to lead to a successful outcome. We all know it takes a lot of effort. 90% of the people they fail in first two three steps and
Yeah.
they give it up or they move on, and most importantly distraction is inevitable. Now,
Hmm.
persistently trying towards achieving the goal is what is going to leave you. Now, when you are persistently trying, if you don't have a patience, like I said, within a two, three attempts, you're going to fail. You're going to give it
Yeah.
up. But the patience is the secret ingredient that need to be added into that persistent attempt in continuing your journey towards the goal. Now, whether it is going to come tomorrow, whether it is going to come 2 years, whether it is going to come 5 years, you really don't know the future.
Right.
And that patience is going to continuously feed your positive energy back into the loop
Hmm.
so that it becomes a cycle of continuous being positive, being persistent, and being patient. And that patience will give you back the positive energy to move forward in the journey until you reach the goal.
Right. So a lot of founders build products and you build ecosystems. So what's the secret sauce behind growing great and huge teams?
Huge team, great teams, these are all a lot of attributes, right?
Hmm.
What you need to really focus on is the culture of your team. Now, culture is something that trickles from top to bottom. It doesn't go from bottom to top. Now, if you, as an organizational leader, whether you are starting as a one man army, you are joining as a CEO for 1,000 employees, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. You are bringing the culture. And now you have to recognize the fact what you say, what you do makes all the way to the bottom of the chain. And
Hmm.
you have to be aware of that. And once you demonstrate the culture, your to your next level of associates or peer, then that automatically flows down. So great teams is not by number. Great teams is by the quality of
Right.
the team and by the
Exactly.
behavior of the team, by the culture that team is rolling forward with. That's where the great teams meet.
So how do you recruit them? How do you assess their emotional and IQ levels while hiring them? How do you select that person that's gonna be like this is person is gonna be the right fit for your team or venture?
We That's a very good question. Matter of fact, in over 15 years of my entrepreneur journey,
Yeah.
we never we never posted a job posting.
Whoa.
So first step we do is when we identify a need within the organization that um, we go back to our own employees and our
Hmm.
own team members. We don't even call them employees. We call our own team members, right?
Yeah.
And we tell them, hey, this is what we are looking for.
Hmm.
And do anybody want to step up and take up this role, or do you know somebody who you think would be a good fit? And
Okay.
10 out of 10 times, somebody take, okay, I can take a piece of this. I have a little bit more extra energy that I can take a piece of this. Or somebody will say, hey, here is my friend. I spoke to him and I want to bring him in here. And when somebody comes up with that, my first question to them is one thing. Now, is your friend, do you think, is he going to be an asset to you,
Hmm.
particularly? Bhavna, thank you for bringing your friend here. But is your
Yeah.
friend going to be an asset to you, or is your friend going to be a liability to you?
Right.
Now, that makes Bhavna to think twice. Oh, what am I going to sign up for? Right?
Yeah.
When Bhavna is going to say, no, absolutely, this friend, Deepika, is going to be an asset for me. And that's when we realize the trusted relationship is coming into play. Now, we don't really care for the level of technical skills. I mean, we
Hmm.
do certain extent. Not that we look for IIT ions to
Yeah.
do the software development for us. Not necessarily. Any technical level that they can command fully demonstrate is more than enough for us. But what we look for more importantly is personality skills.
Hmm.
Are they going to be able to fit with our culture? Are they going to bring the positive momentum? Are they going to create any negativity within the
Right.
organization? So that is our prime focus when we are doing a preliminary interview. And we observe them. Now, once they come on board, we work as a team to uplift them.
Hmm.
And once they feel that they're being welcomed and they have enough support that they can succeed in their project, we strongly believe our team members will continue. And hence is the reason we have team members that are working for us 12, 15 years and didn't
Yeah.
even look for anywhere else.
Right. So, speaking of softwares, if every small business owner had only one software to use forever, what must it include, according to you?
Well, the trickiness in the question that you have asked me here is forever. In software industry, there is no such thing as a forever,
Right.
right? That is by nature of the technology. And for that matter, anything in life continuously evolves. Um, uh, the function that you will use or what the tools that the software is all nothing but tools. They
Yeah.
are enabling you to uh, do your job conveniently, easily, and effectively,
Yeah.
right? Now, you have to consistently look out for what is new tools available in the market and what can it do 10% better than what I'm already using.
Okay. So,
So there is no
what's
such tool as that you use permanently forever.
any favorite tools you wanna recommend?
For a small businesses, I would obviously recommend to look at My Workbelt if
Great.
they are in a service oriented company, right? But if they are in
Hmm.
a retail business, I would tell them not to even pay attention to that because it doesn't fit for them.
Yeah.
And if they are a service oriented business, if they are appliance repair or roofing or construction, and they should definitely look into it. If they are less than 25 employees and they want to make sure what jobs they are making money, what jobs they're not making money, and
Hmm.
that is very, very important for them. And we also bring in uh, on hand training. with them, on-demand training for them,
Okay.
not just simply software. Okay, here you go, the software, and you go. No, we want to hold the hand of small business owners and leadership team and help them to get through the journey.
Hmm.
I would love to have some of the people in India to take a look at this and be able to take advantage of it.
So how does it help those small business owners? What features it includes?
Well, the My Work Belt includes all the gears that are necessary to run their business, from
Mm.
sales aspect all the way to upsell of their
Okay.
service. Now, when you go to a customer and they give you a project, and first thing you have to do is you have to create a quotation.
Hmm.
Now, that will quickly, within a snap, you be able to create a quotation if you have a proper preparation done. And once you create a quotation, the customer can prove it on themselves. You don't have to go back to the desk and prepare the quotation and send them. It takes a lot of time, and by then you lose
Right.
customer for the quotation. Now, if you are able to provide a quotation right then and there, and customer will give you an approval, and boom, you are back into work. So that improves efficiency of sales team tremendously. Now, and once the quotation is approved, then now you have a project management. Now you have an inventory management. Now you have a time tracking. Now you
Hmm.
have deliverables. Now you have a checklist. And now you have a permissions. All these things can be tracked. Now, most
Right.
importantly for project owners, we come up with the idea of called budget versus actuals report. Now, if you are working on a project that is a 2 week long, a 1 week in the middle of the way, you wanted to know whether this project is making you money or you're losing money.
Hmm.
Now, once you click a button, you run a project budget versus actuals report, you know, okay, I am done nearly 50% of the work, but how much money that I've consumed, I've already used. Did I use 80% of the budget that I have already available or not? Now, if you are
Right.
already used 80% of the budget and you only did 50% of the work, you better be bringing the project into the back onto the rails. You're losing your shirt.
Hmm.
So these are the critical things that small businesses don't understand. And
Yeah.
because of the 20 years of experience that I have, I'm able to put all these things together to help them. My passion is to hold their hand and make sure they are successful. And if we don't do it, and small business will not survive for a long time.
Great. So, what's your personal metrics for success? Bank balance, business growth, or happy employees? How do you manage your finances? Like you said, that a startup needs to be ready for their upcoming 5 years at least. So, how did you manage all these?
Very, very good question you're asking. Managing is not the word that a leadership should be looking for.
Okay.
And the true word that a leadership looking for is a delegation.
Hmm.
If you cannot delegate, you will not grow.
Hmm.
Delegation is the key, not the management. How do you manage
Okay.
your time? There is no such thing as a managing of a time.
Right.
There is no such thing. The time is not something that you can manage.
Hmm.
Most of the people, how do you manage your time? How can you manage something that doesn't have any physical appearance and that doesn't have any quantifiable measure? Everybody has 24 hours,
Right. It's
right?
up to them how do they utilize it.
Exactly. Now, how do
Yeah.
you utilize it? How you can multiply yourself is to make more out of what you have. How you
Yeah.
multiply yourself? By you can't clone yourself. You have to delegate what you have on your plate. Now, if you wanted to prepare an Excel report,
Hmm.
you may not be good at Excel. And if you want to write a strategic plan, you may not be a good at strategic plan, but you can provide who is good, delegate it to the person who is person, or it could be another company. Those who
Hmm.
are masters in creating that strategic plan, you give them what your plan, you give them what your vision, and have them complete the strategic plan and bring it back to you. And nowadays, you don't even have to look for anywhere else, but AI tools are available. If you want to
Yeah,
write an article, all you have to do is just say the what you wanted to write it to the AI, and it boom, it generates your article. Now you
exactly.
have to take that article and rewrite it in your own words
Yeah.
before you publish it. But 80% of the work is done. Most importantly, you will procrastinate it if you have to do
Hmm.
it. But if you have AI
Exactly.
is doing it, all you have to do is just, I'm going to say it to AI and AI is going to do it for me. It's another
Yeah.
procrastination. Opportunity for procrastination is gone. So how effectively you delegate your task to either to a tool or to a person or to a company is makes you more productive.
Hmm.
I hope I'm answering to your satisfaction on this.
Yeah, yeah. These are amazing. I need, matlab, means I am also learning a lot from you.
Oh,
So
thank you. I'm glad to hear that.
yeah. So you mentor many small business owners. So what's the most common mistake they make in their initial years, and how do you help them reducing all the risks, and how do you help them?
The That's actually a brilliant question. Um, Most common mistake that small businesses or startup companies they do is they
Hmm.
think they can do everything,
Right.
and another part is they also think they nobody knows what they are doing. So these are two leads them into a longer deliveries or
Hmm.
losing their encouragement or energy.
Yeah.
So it is important to have a mindset that what I am doing here is already done by somebody else,
Right.
or what I am doing here could be helped by somebody else.
Hmm.
And who would that be helping me? Who can help me do this?
Hmm.
Is that is where the vulnerability comes into play. We have a as a human being, we have a monumental amount of ego in our heart and mind that will
Exactly.
stop us asking for help.
Very true.
And once we remove that, and hey, it's okay for me to ask for help, then your whole world is ready to help you.
Hmm.
Really, your whole world is ready to help you, not just one person.
So how
Truly,
many
humans are ready to help. We all
exactly
want to help
that's
each other,
yeah.
but we don't want to ask anybody's help.
Yeah, because we don't want to feel low or show off like we are stupid or something like that. So
That's where
that's
the ego
why,
comes into play,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. Yeah, exactly. So how many startups you have mentored so far, and which was the best startup according to you as your disciple?
Well, I have done four different businesses so far with
Okay.
zero capital in my hand.
Wow.
Literally have no penny. Now, any of these four businesses I have started, none of them had a penny in my hand.
Hmm.
And they are all growing and surviving and thriving. And
Okay.
they're doing well.
So what difficulties you faced or challenges you faced in initial years, and how did you overcome them?
We, we all face difficulties.
Hmm.
Uh, every single every single business I started has different kinds of difficulties,
Hmm.
right? And some businesses have difficulty in finding customers.
Right.
Some business have a difficulty in finding funding. Uh,
Hmm.
some business have difficulty in finding both. Some business have difficulty in lack of knowledge,
Hmm.
right? It's there is a lot of difficulties. Every step of the way, you will run into a difficulty. But if you
Hmm.
look at it as a difficulty, you will not go forward with it. You have to look at
Hmm.
that as an opportunity for learning or opportunity for growing, then you will move forward with it. Now, all of a sudden, your mind will look at that uh, uh, hurdle in a different way.
Yeah. So you have built businesses both in tech and caregiving. So, what's the thread that ties these wildly different journeys together? And what were your lessons from these two different industries?
Being human and
Okay.
seeing the technology as nothing but a tool enabling the human to be more effective. That's about it. Now,
Hmm.
care industry is where your true human nature comes up. Now, those residents that we have, they are memory challenged. And our case
Okay.
is only women only memory challenged
Hmm.
facility. And I always look at it that I am reaping more blessings from those elderly than anywhere else in the world. And
Hmm.
humanly care them, give them respect, and provide them shelter where they can comfortably lead their tail end of life
Hmm.
um, will be much more humbling. And when you look at the life journey that they had and what they are going through right now, it brings you down to earth and it grounds you on earth where you can be more human, opposed
Hmm.
to gaining your arrogance and ego.
Great. So, what's the one thing that corporate America still gets wrong about small business tech needs?
Um, it, it's agility is what uh, corporate America don't recognize. If not
Okay.
already,
Hmm.
what has small business? Take an example. A small business can be nimble and agile. They can switch their product, they can switch their service instantly. In a
Hmm.
snap, they can do that. Whereas
Hmm.
corporate, whether it's a corporate America or corporate India, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Corporation is corporation. They cannot be so nimble. They cannot switch their product or message or service in a snap. That's just the
Hmm.
way it is. That's just the nature. I mean, if you are riding on a bicycle, you can take a swift turn on either right or left in a
Hmm.
snap on a bicycle. Whereas
Yeah.
if you are going on a limousine, if you want to
Hmm.
take a turn, you need enough
Okay.
room to take a turn.
Right. It's
You can make
very,
a swift turn,
yeah.
right? So that's
Yeah.
the difference between. Now, at the same time, is it somebody's strength is somebody's weakness, and somebody's weakness is somebody's
It's
strength?
vice versa.
Absolutely true.
Yeah.
We cannot compare them all onto the same apples to apples.
Right. So you have worked with Fortune 500 and now serve family run operations. So what's your favorite thing about each of them?
Oh, that's a wonderful question. That's a wonderful question, Bhavna. Family-run operations have their own strength, and the corporations have their own strength, right? uh, Family-run operations that are owned by man or woman, it first sprouts to their family. And then
Hmm.
if they own one or a dozen employees, it provides that livelihood for that little community that they are
Hmm.
influencing. Uh, Whereas if you take the corporations, they are big and they have much more um, power to impact communities. For that matter, some of the corporations have impacted countries and
Right.
with their technology innovations and anything they do. There are thousands and thousands of examples of the great deal of technological advancements provided by the help of corporations. Whereas
Hmm.
small businesses, they have a lot more emotional attachment to the employees. They are very tight knit community, and
Right.
they are not just a number on the payroll for that matter in small business community. So they both have their own pros and cons, but they both have to be coexisting.
Hmm.
And if there is a society that doesn't allow to have a small business community, and that will definitely lead into a disastrous situation, and vice versa.
I see.
So, lastly, what's your one advice that every small business owner should follow?
Well, as I was talking a few minutes ago,
Yeah.
my uh, recommendation to any small business owner or any startup company for that matter, they should consider looking into the triple P formula that I have followed.
Hmm.
It's not that I'm creating a cult or anything, but the triple P formula, being patient and being persistent and being positive, they are all three wonderful attributes. Um,
Right.
that will, I strongly believe, that will lead for anybody to be succeed. It's not only the businessman, even for the student for that matter. If they can
Hmm.
follow that formula, and they will succeed in their educational goals. Am I right?
Yeah, right. Exactly. That was wonderful. So we'll start with our never have I ever round. So you will have to answer the question short and snappy. So here
Okay,
goes the
try. I will
first
try.
one. Yeah. So never have I ever coded through the night and forgot to eat and sleep.
I never did that.
Okay. Never have I ever. I thought I should just go back to 9 to 5.
No, that will kill me.
That's wonderful. Never have I ever fired someone and later became their mentor.
Yes, indeed. A gentleman, actually, he is, for the privacy matters, I'm not stating his name. He
Hmm.
lives in Pakistan, and we had to let
Yeah,
him go. And then he continued being in touch with me, and he asked me advices. He asked me for another opportunities, and he is just continuously in touch with me. Uh,
that's great.
I'm really glad that he's in touch. I wish him good luck.
Yeah, that's great. So, what's your favorite productivity tool?
Obviously, my favorite productivity tool is My Workbelt, of course, right? And it
Great.
brings a great deal of productivity, and it brings a streamline. It essentially eliminates the chaos in the life of a small business owner. And
Great.
I can't emphasize enough. I mean, obviously, I am being biased here, but there are a lot
Hmm.
of other productivity tools available in the market for businesses. And uh, but most importantly, the business owners have to look at delegation.
Yeah.
When I say delegation, whether they delegate it to a human being, or they
Hmm.
delegate the task to a tool, or they delegate that task or activity to a outside organization, to a different company.
Great. What's the one book that changed your mindset?
One book that changed my mindset, I don't know if that changed my mindset, but that definitely influenced me in my entrepreneurial journey, helped me to progress my entrepreneurial journey. It's called Skills with People by Les Gibran. And any business owners, for that matter, anybody, as a
Hmm.
student or a business or a corporate leader, it's a very small book. I would highly recommend them to read it, not just simply once. It's only a 20-page book, but the seeping the concepts into your subconscious and having the development of personality using the
Yeah.
concepts from that book will definitely lead you into a greater growth.
Amazing. So from building systems to building legacies, he's not just a tech visionary. He's a living example of what happens when resilience meets purpose. So before we wrap up, please tell our audience how can they connect to you and reach out to your platform.
You very much, Bhavna, for allowing me to be a guest on your podcast, and
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
our
wonderful
pleasure.
conversation. I really enjoy it.
Yeah,
All your
thanks.
audience, they can definitely reach me out on myworkbelt.com, and they can. They, we proudly provided our phone number, email address, and contact form. Everything the easiest way that possibly that they can reach out to us, and they can look me up on LinkedIn, and by all means, send me a message on LinkedIn. I'm happy to respond. I do a lot of
Yeah.
mentoring for
Yeah.
small businesses and business owners. Uh, More than happy to
That's
mentor
wonderful.
anybody and help
Yeah.
them out.
Great. So it was the nice episode, and we got many things to learn from you. Thanks for sharing your wisdom and insights. It was an eye opening session for all the business owners, small business owners, and the aspiring entrepreneurs. Thank you so much again for joining. We'll be in touch. Take care.
Thank you very much. I wish you good luck, and I wish you good luck, Bhavna, on your podcasting journey. And
Thank you so much.
my best wishes to all small business owners or startup companies that are following you and
Yeah,
taking the right direction going forward. And I
great.
appreciate allowing me to be part of your podcast.
Thank you so much. Please like,
So
share, and subscribe if you love the episode.